how's it going, everyone? Today we're going to be jumping back into the Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm 4 story mode, and we're going to be continuing along. Today is the 10 Tails JINCHUURIKI. I'm very looking forward to this one because it is Jubito, of course, one of my favorite versions of Obito, because he's just so strong as the 10 Tails JINCHUURIKI, and yeah, it's just overwhelming with how powerful he's become, and it's really interesting. So with that said, let's go ahead and get into it. So at this point, like I said, Obito's one of the strongest people even on the battlefield. Even Hachirama flat out says he's stronger, and Madara was even caught off guard. Now Madara did allude that he thought he could take Jubito down by himself, but that's debatable, man. And like just the fact that he was able to become the 10 Tails JINCHUURIKI, he broke the seal that Madara put on him.
Fine, then I'll just have to.
Your time is up, Hashirama.
This is bad. At this rate, yes! Wood style! Wood clone jutsu.
Now, to be fair, Madara wasn't too far off because his plan was to absorb Hashirama's Sage Mode, and Senjutsu does work against the 10 Tails JINCHUURIKIs.
Let's do this, Sasuke.
But still.
Are those the Hokage?
They're trying to take him on.
Yeah. First, the elders will investigate the situation using clones. What we need to focus on now is properly analyzing our foe.
Let's go! Tobirama! Sarutobi!
Yes, sir.
So the Edo Hokage do attempt to fight Jubito, of course, but even at this point, like in the main story, we just see him break right out of their Four Crimson Barrier. So it's like, yeah, there's not much they can do, especially because to my knowledge, I don't know if Hidazen or Tobirama have Sage Jutsu, but none of this would actually even work against him, especially with the Truth-Seeking Orbs as cover as well. Let's go ahead and finish this, boys.
Something different from your reality. There's no use.
Sage art, wood style, Shinzu Senju! Summit enlightenment! The 10 Tails JINCHUURIKI. He's even stronger than I imagined.
There we go. Obviously wouldn't go down like that, but it was still fun.
I see. Since the 10 Tails is inside me, I can't weave my way through. That's no problem, though.
He took that many attacks.
Now it is worth mentioning that Obito had to be nerfed. Like, he wasn't able to use Kamui as he just said, and we know that that's just a nerf because Madara was able to use Kamui when he was the 10 Tails JINCHUURIKI, when he stole it, and he didn't even use it properly, I might add. He used it in a way that didn't make much sense because it wasn't even the right eye that used it. But like, obviously Obito is strong, I don't need to say this. Jubito is incredibly powerful to the point where he had to be nerfed. So imagine if he had Kamui. It's just insane. He would be broken beyond belief.
Oh, right. I forgot.
But that guy, he's dangerous.
Right now, I have the same power as the founder of Shinobi. I'm incomparable to anything you've experienced.
Obito, I thought you wanted to become the Hokage. Why did you end up like this?
You're trying to preach to me at this stage of the game. Don't you feel it's a bit too late, Sensei? You're always too late when it counts the most.
Dang, shots
I'm
fired.
glad my master was the Hokage. Thanks to that, I was able to give up on becoming one.
And again, this is interesting to me because these are my two favorite characters in Naruto, Obito and then Minato. So seeing them in this way, it's heartbreaking for me a little bit, but also it's very interesting.
You were my master, yet you didn't even notice it was me. That's the hard truth. In the end, the path you walked was nothing but a total failure.
You weren't even able to become one. What gives you the right to make fun of a Hokage? And he became the Hokage. Don't you dare make fun of him. It's all right. I know what the truth is. More than anyone from the Hidden Leaf. More than anyone in the world. More than Obito. You didn't make a single mistake, Dad. I know that better than anyone else.
And that's why I think that this relationship is so important to me. Obviously, Naruto being the main character, Obito and Minato play a very big part in his story.
Let's go.
And that's why I like it. It's the other side of things. Here we go. Sage mode. In the story, it's KCM Naruto with Sage mode and Minato. And let me just tell you, that's just why I'm so glad that Minato had access to the Kurama Chakra Cloak, because oh my gosh, man, seeing two Ninetales, father and son, fighting was just beautiful. And KCM Minato is one of my favorite versions too. He's broken even in this game. Now another thing I feel like is worth talking about is that in the story Minato says, like, you know, he's really bad at Sage mode, but he doesn't do a bad job by any means. So obviously these two uses of Sage mode is why Jubito was getting a little messed up there. But even still, holding up against both of these guys just shows how strong he is. Alright, I think it's time we finish this.
You're gonna pay for making fun of my dad!
And this is where we see that, you know, Senjutsu does work.
It doesn't
And
matter how much you recover.
that is a good kind
I
of,
can still damage
I don't know,
you.
weakness I would say. I think it's still fair.
Everyone works
Just
together.
considering how strong he is, I think that's a
We can
fair
beat anyone,
weakness.
No matter how strong they are.
And that is going to conclude the Ten Tails Jinchuriki, a very short chapter, but oh my gosh, it's so fun. I love it. Like the Edo Hokage rushing in at Jubito, and that puts into perspective how powerful that he is. And then we see, okay, you know, he's not invincible, he's pretty close to it, but Senjutsu and a father and son combo of Rasen does definitely do something against him. It's just so cool, man. I love it so much. I love how they orchestrated Jubito, showing him off and just handling the fight as well. Now the way he ended up losing, that's another story, but at the same time it was still cool. So yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed this. Nonetheless, let me know, do you guys prefer Ten Tails Jinchuriki Obito or Ten Tails Madara? I feel like at the point that Madara already had Ten Tails into him, the story was kind of just going on a little long, and at that point we were just, you know, he was kind of overshadowed by Kaguya. But Ten Tails Jinchuriki Obito is my favorite version, and I think it's really interesting seeing him fight. So with that said, I hope y'all enjoyed this. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.